careful because I be this close to cutting my ear off. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an up close on the lace. I'll only be applying one layer since I don't keep these wigs on for long. That's enough. When you apply the glue, like the ear top part, go back a little so it stays on both sides. Do that like that. Using my popsicle stick and gonna smear that. And when you're smearing the glue, make it wide. You see how I'm making it wide? This glue dries so fast, so you want to move quickly when you're laying the lace down. So this is what it's looking like after I placed it on the glue. This white line will disappear after we blow dry and melt the lace and stuff, okay? To make sure the glue is stuck, you want to blow dry on cool air for about 20-30 seconds. Then I'm going in with my RS wig grip spray. Then you want to blow dry on cool air again. I go in and make a few slits in the lace. I do this so when it's time to cut it with the razor, it's pretty much easy. Then I'm going in with my band, and I leave my bands on for 20 minutes. It works for me. You guys can do an hour, like y'all say in my comments, but I'm gonna keep doing 20 minutes. That's what works for me. I've been hearing people say that when they take the band off, the band be sticking to the lace. So I'm gonna show you guys how mine don't do that if you follow my steps. Ooh, you see how it just came off? And that white cast went away from the glue. I would never steer you guys wrong. I'm using my favorite razor. If you know, you know. Oh, lace away. Y'all. It's looking a little crazy. I know, it looks ashy, but we're going to go in with our Bedhead Masterpiece Spray, and we're going to melt this lace. Now I'm dabbing on the lace. Y'all see that? I'm going to do this side and then show you guys the difference. This is how you know I swear by this stuff, you guys. I didn't run out. This is air blowing out. Good thing I have another one on standby. This side has the melting spray and this side doesn't. Look at the difference. Now we're going to add makeup. Going in with the shade 10. Look at that. Melted, not melted. Oh, and I haven't used the beauty filter this whole video. Look how good. This is my real hair. I don't care. This is my real hair because y'all can't tell me nothing. I think I'm going to do a middle part, and we're not doing no baby hairs today. So as you can see, I obviously over bleached the wig, so we're going to fix that. I flattened out the wig, so now we're going to add some products and flat iron it. First, some BioSilk. I'm going to show you how much I'm using. See? A little bit. And I'm using my BTZ Turn Up the Heat Protectant. Wow, this flat iron is amazing. Oh, this is with one pass. Oh my gosh, this is my first time using this flat iron. It is so good. One pass. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. So I did one side already, then we're gonna do the other side. I'm going with the shade Pure Beige. I-Beam's Intense Spray to fix my part. Then towards the front, I like to use my root brush. I think I'm gonna cut this into a blunt cut. Really see a difference with the blunt cut side and this side. It's definitely not even, so we're definitely going to cut this side shorter. We're just gonna hope that this is even. Spray some gloss therapy so it could be extra shiny. Not a lot. I went ahead and bumped the ends a bit. Like that. This is so pretty. I was thinking about adding layers, but I don't know. This hair is so pretty. I took the clips out and this is so pretty. Is it giving you guys? Yes or no? Here's a close up on the lace cuts. You can't tell me this is not my real hair. HD Lace does it every time. This hair is from RPG Hair and it's a 20-inch wig. This is the finished look. What do you guys think?